Oh yeah! You gotta get sweaty! You gotta get sweaty in here! It's time to get sweaty!
EXA introduces the new E900 Plus environment noise canceling headphones. Incorporating EXA's visionary digital 7.1 surround sound, the E900 Plus sports their newly designed 50mm speakers, which kick out a kick-ass dynamic range with an earth-shaking low end. Priced at only $43.99, the E900 Plus clinches the trifecta of weight, sound, and price to kick the competition in the daddy bags. Click the link below and use the code HMODS to get 10% off when you order direct from exa.net. As daunting as a task as it might look to me, it might not look so to you, but as daunting a task as it looks to me, it's now just time to start building shit. So what I've done is I've cut holes in these two things so that this can go like that. So I can run something, I'm not going to tell you what it is, I can run something into the metal here. So I've cut this, I've cut this, I've cut these two holes, so this is pretty well mounted together now. I'm still going to use double adhesive, double stick tape for this and this. But it's ready to, it's ready. It's as ready as it will be to go. I need to drill this out first, but I'm not too worried about that. My point is, at this point, we can actually start building stuff. So now that I've got all the weapons and shit painted, the first order of business at this point is just to start putting it together. I don't know why I'm doing this. I put all this over here, so it's kind of a step-by-step thing. One thing I can probably just... Nope. I get ahead of myself every time. Nope, I'm not gonna, it's nope, don't even, I'm saying things and not thinking, I'm thinking inwardly and not actually saying them. This stuff, I'm gonna turn the fan on. That stuff will get you high. Who remembers huffing? I actually think I'm going to put something underneath this. Cardboard will help. I used this for Portal, and I was hoping I'd have a use for it later on. I'm glad I was right. Okay, so how best to do this? This is going to be maybe a Q-tip. I might just be able to use a Q-tip for this instead of that big, giant, huge, spongy looking fucking thing. And for that, I need my big thing of fucking Q-tips. Here we go. I keep these around to clean guns, but they're very, very useful in times like this. Oh, this is exciting! This stuff bonds really quickly too, so I've got to be quick about this. And it seems to be stripping the paint, so I got to be quick about that too. Wow, it is really acidic. That's on there. This is so much fun. I have been waiting for this. There we go. There's one.
Show it off for the game.
Who made machine gun noise as a kid? Did you?
I don't think so.
Oh, wait, here we go. So there's one, that's good. And then it will go on this like that. And it touches, I'm glad I put it like that. For the next one, I need to be a bit more mindful as to how this piece sits on here. You know what I just realized? I have not yet worked out how I'm going to mount this. I might just use some serious glue. So anyway, that's done. So now, this... let's just put that right there for just a tad. Look at that! And see, it looks like it just goes right into the hull.
Nice work.
This one's the tough one, because I really didn't think too hard about... Oops. I really didn't think too hard about how I was going to do this. And also... Oh, fuck. Now I just remembered, we've got to get the clay out. And this one's going to take a bit. This is black 3.0. It's very expensive. And when I'm done using it, you won't even see that it's there. And that's because black 3.0, which was, by the way, created by Stuart Semple from stuartsemple.com or something like that. Anyway, this absorbs 98% of the light shown on it. So when it's done, you won't even notice that it's there. And what's going to happen is, let's see if I can find the pieces. Okay, so now we get to the cool part. I got these. These are USB lights. And long story short, I fixed the laser problem. Not going to go too deep into it because I want there to be kind of a neat surprise. I don't know how I'm going to work this, but I think the strategy will come out in the application. The plan will present itself, as it were. So I have to put this on this. This is going on this, like that. And then this is going like this. So it's going to be a really large weapon. And so it will sit on there like this. I wanted this one to be much bigger than the machine gun because it's supposed to be a laser. And lasers, I mean, they're not small. So this is going to be interesting because this doesn't have any screw threads to connect to, so I have to be very liberal with the adhesive. And then this part too, and then this part too. Like, I'm gonna have to load it up with this. Let that sit right there. We don't need it. Okay, so in this... Okay.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. This is the part. So what I have to do is I have to stick this in here, and then I have to basically have to pull this all the way through. I have to stick a shitload of clay in there, and then push it in. I have to push it all the way in so it makes a really tight mount. Other way. I feel like Tigger.
That was cute.
Okay, perfect.
So I thought you were gonna stuff it all in there and then pull the back of the USB in.
That's what I just did.
Oh, okay.
But I should no. I can't stuff any more in there. I need to throw more in there to stabilize it and tighten it, but I can't put anything in the back. Well, I suppose I could a little bit. But the issue is that this right here, the lip in there is going to be glued to...
Right.
The amount that I'm using is so minuscule right now. I'm definitely gonna have to wash this, like, rinse it off when I'm done with it, though.
Take the paint off.
Oh, don't know. I can just go over it with a wet sponge.
Or you can paint over it.
That works too. This is so cool. It's such an intimidating start to get to work on this. But once I started on this, I was super enthused and everything just started coming together very quickly. Look at that! Look at that! It looks so good! This stuff is so badass, it doesn't even have a brand name. It just says adhesive. You never want to fuck around with stuff that is so extreme. It just says what it does. 4-in-1, 4-in-1 glue all, blah blah blah. This is just adhesive. Factory specification parts. So this is used to like engines and shit. Yep. We'll let that set. That's setting. This stuff is always a bit jelly for the first hour or so. So we'll leave it, let it dry. Let's see how this looks. That's good to go. I'm gonna have to paint it though, because super glue for some reason always whites a little bit when you use it on other materials. I hate it. So we'll have to paint over that a little bit. But for now, this is good to go. We're letting it dry. That's gonna look so badass. There's so many things that I want to do with this. Unfortunately, the whole out of order thing is kind of a bitch. Because unfortunately, there are certain things that I have to do in a certain order in order to make any of it work. And that kind of sucks. So this has hardened really nicely. The lens has hardened really nicely. Unfortunately, the super glue got on the lens and has whitened it really, really badly. I was afraid of that. I might be able to do something with it with some like acetone or something. We have some acetone in the house. So I might be able to do something with it. I'm not happy with how that looks though. I really wish I'd been able to use anything else but super glue. But if you've ever seen an episode of CSI, you know that this is exactly what happens when you use super glue. They use super glue all the time in that show. Or at least they did when Grissom was still whatever. F it. Yeah, the hole's here, and I think it's just above there. So whatever happens, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm reasonably sure it'll be okay. Oh, it's getting messy.
Yeah, maybe we should take a minute and clean off the desk.
That's fine. It's not gonna get like dusty or anything in here. I hope this works. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. Oh, I'm so glad I'm so glad. That's perfect. Goes right through. Okay. There's a TV show on Netflix called Car Masters: Rust to Riches. And on this TV show, they build cars. And they build custom cars. And one of the things they did was they're like, oh, well, we're gonna make our own cars. And then what they did was they made a car, and then they made a matching motorcycle, which is basically, it's kind of like what we do here, except they passed it off as like completely like original, and they're like, oh, there's carbon fiber. I could tell. I could tell because one of the cuts wasn't exact. It was just this sort of jagged. And one thing that irritates me about those shows is they make it seem like if this doesn't happen, they're broke. And I'm like, dude, you're making fat stacks off of Netflix. Oh, that is much nicer than the other stuff. So we will start with... Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, hump day is halfway. Stick it in the big, pop it in the bank. Saturday's coming quicker than you think. 48 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, 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 I'm coming in my pants, my shirt is my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come too soon. Can't move on, attention is long gone. Suits are pressed, wallets in shape. The only thing left is a little man's head. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, 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 I'm coming in my pants, my shirt is my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my plain shine shoes and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't go too soon.
Alright, well there's nothing to it but to do it. Now we start putting stuff on. There's just no getting around it now. For now, I'm going to cut long strips of this. This is supposed to be the good stuff, the Scotch tape 300-pound stuff. So, I think we're actually going to have to get another roll of this. Let's just see if it sticks. Oh, it's on there. It's on there. Oh, it's on there. It's on there. Okay. I am, however, going to move it up just a tad. I'm actually kind of excited to put the grates on. That'll be fun. One thing I'm kind of interested in, I mean, I wouldn't say interested in, it's just one of those things that I find interesting is everything that I was working on doing, everything that I planned on doing to this project, for this project, I was just like, well, how am I going to do it? Where am I going to put everything? And how is everything going to go in there? Like many other things, once I started putting stuff on and doing stuff too, the order becomes clearer. This, oh, I'm scared. All right, here we go. And, oh God. I am really like legit holding my breath for this. Okay. For better or worse, it's on and it's not coming off. That's on there. Now we can do this, and the reason why this had to go on first is all because of this piece. This is a fucking linchpin right here. It's one of those, it's another case of where I make way too much work for myself. This is a fucking linchpin. It's just this piece. This piece dictated the order of every other piece that's going on here.
You need to get the big flat part put on.
Front. In the front?
That one.
This?
Doesn't that have to go on before that?
No, that has to go on after this. It has to go on after that because this piece goes right up against this piece. And this piece will dictate how far up the front plate goes. So this piece had to go on first, and then this piece has to go on second. And then everything else can just go on after that. Now I'm really, really excited.
Yay.
This piece went on flawlessly, so now I'm like hard charging through this now. Not like super fast, but deliberately. I'm screwing with confidence. Hashtag The Verge sucks. Here we go. Ta-da! I stuck it a little bit too far forward on the tape, but it's still sticking. Okay, now we can put this on. Come on, you. There we go. All right, here we go, for real this time. Oh, I'm so excited. It just comes down past the lip. It is on there. It comes up to there. Right there. It meets perfectly. But it still fans out. And I dilly-dallied around the thought of bending it to mold to this curvature here. But I really, really like how this fans out and it comes down past the canopy like that. That is going to look super cool with armor all of it. I love aesthetic decisions like this because when you have, you know, in the Battletech universe, a lot of it is practicality and a lot of it is function over form. But some mechs you have like the Grand Dragon, you have the Centurion, you have the Griffin, where there were decisions made to make it look cooler. The Atlas, that's a huge one. It's got a fucking skull on its cockpit. So for this, it is definitely a form over function decision. I really, really like how it comes down. And as I am a fan of asymmetry, I actually toyed with the thought of, on this side, cutting it off to fit, cutting it down this way to fit the actual cockpit. But I decided against it because for most people, it'll just look cooler, symmetrical like that. So now, oh man, these are gonna look so good. All right, moment of truth. Oh, I really like that so much. All right.
Looks too high for the screws.
What are you talking about?
In that back hole?
Nope, it's good.
Okay. Just dangle them.
Mm-hmm. Well, took a long time, a lot longer than I always think it will take. But we got a lot done. A lot done. The next thing to do will actually be just to start applying the clay. And the reason why we haven't mounted this thing yet, actually the next thing we'll have to do is mount this, the grates, and then put on the clay. So anyway, this, clay, rebuild, and paint. Clay, this, clay, sand, paint, build. See you later.